Mics, check. Music cued, check. Presenters ready. Well, 2 out of 3's not bad. This is TigerTails Radio.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another delightful, delectable, and otherwise entertaining episode of TigerTails Radio. I am TK, and over there we have Xavier.
Hey up, Chuck.
Hello, how are you?
I'm here. It is Bank Holiday Monday. I just about remembered everything was going on, you know.
Yeah, know the feeling.
At 8 o'clock.
Know the feeling, very well.
Like, good.
Everything sounds so much quiet to me today. I'm going to turn up my internal volume.
TK is still fiddling with the sound, even though we had time to fiddle with the sound.
It sounded fine until we started, and then it sounded like there was a weird volume drop. And so, but it's only me internally. I think it's affecting it. It doesn't appear to be affecting the bouncy bars at all. So,
okay.
Although you're coming off a bit louder on the bouncy bars than I am.
Well, you've got control of the inputs. Hang on, let me just.
No, you're fine. Your volume's fine. It's me. It's a little bit low by the look of it.
Okay.
But we shall see what happens. Of course, people in channel will let us know. The jury.
Chaos
hello.
and dollar-ons.
The jury's going, wow, TK, your background looks so organised. I know, right? Look what I did today. Bank holiday Monday, day off. Argos delivered.
God.
I got more units. The corner is, nice. It's decorated with stuff. Yeah, it looks pretty.
Decorated with stuff.
It is decorated with stuff. That's what's...
Yeah.
I've got plenty of stuff.
Yeah, we know you got plenty of stuff. You've now got it put out, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I've now got the games where the games should be.
Yes.
Not in boxes, but in the storage unity things. Bookcases, that's what I'm looking for.
At least you didn't call them wardrobes.
Yeah, this time.
Bookcasey things.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're bookcasey things.
Call back 2 years ago. What are these things? Wardrobes. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Dear me. So yes, this is episode 36. We are back. We're live somehow.
Yeah.
And it's Bank Holiday Monday.
Despite all the odds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be confused as all fuck all of this week because 2 bank holidays in a row and then a bank holiday at the end of the month because that's when our normal bank holidays kick in.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be confusing as all sin.
It'll be fine.
Don't need this. You say this.
That's because I know it'll be fine.
It's going to be a pain in the ass. Like, utter pain in the ass.
That's good for you.
You say this.
Yeah. But
two weeks back to back of 4 days of work where no one is going to be prepped for it. Oh, and half terms also supposedly around as well. So we've got that.
We're long past that. That was Easter. We've only just had Easter.
Oh, yeah, Easter.
So. How long were you fiddling with the sound? They're in units of seconds rather than hours. Yeah, it was literally seconds. I just tweak.
Yes, I've got a few things that are in the background.
Yeah, what have you got in your background? That looks like a box or a person.
Yeah, that is a box. What? It's designed to keep spray in.
Ah, that's your spray booth.
Yes.
Nice. For your spray painting.
Yes.
Not for anything fluid.
No, undercoating.
Ooh.
There we go.
Okay.
A little bit better. It's mostly for my other hobby, so I can at least not destroy the room. So
that's always good.
That's kicking. Yes, I do need to like cover it or do something for the box. But yeah, there's like bits and pieces in the background that my chair kind of blockades as well. So.
Oh, hello, Sethbore, who has arrived. Welcome to the shenanigans.
The light today is awful in here.
Yeah, I can see you.
Yes, you can see me, which is just about good.
That's the important bit. We can see you. And I have a Fox t-shirt on today.
TK is foxing.
I'm foxing. It
Fox
says,
a lot.
Look at all the fox. Yeah, look at all the fox I give. And it's just a fox basically doing that.
Not necessarily the one you wear to work.
Which is why I wear it on the bank holiday. Because tomorrow my t-shirt is going to be the watermelon with smile. Tomorrow it'll be worse.
Yep. Oh dear. So yeah, I feel we need to like move swiftly on because this is just going to be the TK and me show because bank holidays inevitably mean people
we might have an echo.
aren't available. We might have an echo.
We might have an echo joining us in a bit.
We'll see. It's echo.
He's eating at the moment, so he may come. He may not.
Nom nom nom
Nom
nom
nom foods.
Yes, food in face. So we'll see how it goes. I think we should start with our weeks if you want to do the introduction.
Oh, okay. I was actually just looking at our text is all at different heights, but I can deal with that later.
This is TigerTails Radio. And now let's catch up with the cast. This is Review of the Week.
Yeah, this is a Review of the Week, where we talk about the shenanigans that have gone on the last 7 days. And your room seems a bit more advanced than previously. So what have you been up to in the last 7 days?
Well, mine?
Yeah, yours. Well, who else's? I'm not going to be talking about mine, am I?
Your room, yeah, your
When
room.
I say your room looks a lot more advanced, I'm not going to be talking about mine, am I? Behave.
Yeah, I've bought a few things, so I'm like doing my modelling primarily.
Nice.
The lighting does not benefit that, and neither does the camera, because I focused it to be focused here.
As you would.
Here.
Yeah, not over there.
not over there. So I got shit going in the background because for various hobbies, there's massive amounts of news. So it's like woohoo, and so it's like getting to the hobbies, which is nice.
Are you going to be able to stream your hobbies?
The biggest challenge I have is the sheer number of cameras I would need. The worst thing in the world. And I've tried putting 2 cameras into this PC, and this PC does not like it because it goes, wait, there are multiple cameras, but I should only be detecting one. Are
you putting them on the same USB bus?
I think that may have been the issue.
Put them on different ones, it should work.
Well, there was one here going into the thing, so I think it may be because there was a lot of inputs going into there.
Have one in the front, one in the back. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Because then they'll be on different USB ones. Or just get one of those PCI USB cards.
Well, what probably will happen is I'll have to try and wangle it, because the other thing is I need a cable to get a camera over there anyway, because currently I'm using my phone as my second camera.
Oh, nice.
And shockingly, the cables I have are brilliant for phone charging, but not when you want to go over a meter. Maybe a bit more than a meter.
I see.
I thought it was fine. And then I realised, no, 2 meters is actually really good. Oh, so yeah, so I've got my hobbies going in the background. Work has been improving because we're now getting a new guy coming in.
Nice.
Thank God. People have stopped being on holiday. Thank God. So we've been catching up.
Yeah.
Which is it's brilliant. When you've got people, you can catch up.
Who'd have thunk it?
Mm.
I wonder. Can I put
and
this...
trains have not been awful
yet,
which I think is the main thing.
Strikes are coming.
Well, hopefully not, but it's more people need to stop throwing themselves in front of trains. I would appreciate that.
Yes, that would help, wouldn't it?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but that was not this week. Outside of that, been busy enough to not do the Tuesday stream. Wednesday streams have been going all right. Friday we did Golf It with Friends.
Golf with your friends. That was a stupid game. Good fun, but a stupid game.
Stupid game, but it is one where I can see people playing that repeatedly whilst getting drunk. Yeah,
yes, that is very much a get drunk game. Get drunk.
Oh boy,
it's got to pass the pad mode. So it's got to pass the pad mode, so you can literally just have one controller and pass it around. No,
you let everyone play at the same time. It's the chaos. But yeah, that's something that I think we can quite easily come back to, not necessarily repeatedly. But yeah, that was on Friday, which was fun.
Yeah.
Weekend has been a bit meh in terms of the weather, so we haven't really gone
Saturday
out.
Was nice.
Saturday was nice-ish.
Oh, it was nice
Saturday
here.
was nice-ish.
Nice all day here, apart from the very evening.
Well, it hasn't been raining.
Apart from the bit where I discovered I needed milk. And then it rained. And I was like, oh, screw you.
Yes, that's how it works. That is how it works. So, yeah, the bank holiday weekend haven't really gone out to do a huge amount of stuff. It's mostly been like chilling over the weekend and just enjoying downtime, which is really quite helpful.
Yes.
And then today was going to do a picnic, but the weather just did not improve enough to warrant. Yeah,
there was no picnic weather today.
Yeah. It's annoying because it was like saying 18 degrees, and it's like, yeah, that's really good. And then by 2-3 o'clock, it was like, there's some sun. It was like 3 o'clock. It's like, no.
You can have a late picnic.
I could, but we kind of went, we want to do it in the beginning part of the afternoon, because then we have proper food in the evening before the show.
I see.
You know, like regular people. Like nice light picnic, come back in, settle, have your dinner, evening routine. There you go. So that kind of went by the by. But it's the next 2 weeks which is going to be busy, because it's 2 weeks, 4 days, and I am training someone up. So it's going to be a mass amount of chaos, because I've got to talk practically non-stop.
Yay, just what you always wanted.
Yeah, I realise it's like even doing phone work, I've not talked as much.
Really?
Except training. Yeah, phone work, no, I can listen.
True,
training, you have to go, right, this is what you do. This is why you do it. Okay, I've got an example for you. Now we move on to the next topic.
I remember having to train someone. I remember because they were upskilling into one of my lines, and all the actual trainers were busy, and they were like, you basically get 2 or 3 weeks off the phone. Do you want to do it? I was like, 2 or 3 weeks off the phone to train. Okay, yeah, I'll have a go.
It's a lot of talking.
They breezed through their final exam, so obviously did something right.
Yeah.
And they were good, though. They absorbed all the knowledge like a sponge, but seemed so kind of lackadaisical, like they just didn't care. And then it came to do the whole review test, and holy shit, you retained it all.
Well, apparently this guy's quite attentive and curious, which I'm hoping is the case, because then I can go, right, okay, we'll go through everything. We'll try and work through some examples. You can then have time to do your notes. And then for a tiny little bit of time in the morning and a tiny little bit of time in the afternoon, I will be mass panicking trying to get stuff done. Because as soon as I'm not working on the pool, it goes to hell.
It all falls apart.
All it takes is for me to not do a day, and suddenly there's like people going, I don't know how to do this, and I'm like, did you read my notes?
Do you know, I'm fairly sure that you say this every single week. We could almost like play a recording of just give you like 5 minutes off.
I am close to having that set up, because we've been laughing about like Chat GPT at work. And it's like, well, I basically would like a lot of the things to be repeated ad nauseum to it's like the questions is like, there's this question. We've told you this. Stop bothering us now. I yearn for the day when they come up with a question which is like, oh, that's new, and not, oh, that's the same question. Oh, fun.
One day.
But yeah, that's the next 2 weeks.
One day they'll
we'll
surprise
see.
you.
Yeah. So yeah, bank holiday weekend has just mostly been chill.
Yeah.
As much as possible, and do some like housework and stuff, and decompress, because I'm going to be busy for the next 2 weeks. How about yourself, TK?
Yeah, week has been quite reasonable. I just need to see when I did a thing, because I had it in the calendar.
When you did a thing?
Yeah, I can't remember if it was... Yeah, it was this week. During the week just gone. Because the day after we did the show, back on the 24th last week. Yeah, last week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the following day, on the 25th, I met up with Shades, the lovely boyfriend, and we went out for a meal in Winchester.
Ooh, Winchester again.
Yeah, Winchester again, but not to the usual place.
Not Prezzo.
Not Prezzo. Well, Prezzo's closing now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They are shutting down a load of their stores. Basically, anything that's not already attached to something else is being closed. Because apparently it's just too expensive to run, and they're not pulling in the money.
Okay.
So as a massive cost-cutting exercise, they are getting rid of 34 branches.
Ooh, that's a lot of people that's going to be gone. And
yeah, the Winchester one is one of the ones that are going. So, bye-bye, my lovely food place. It was nice while you were here. I've got a beard hair going up the nose. But so, we went to a different place instead. We went to a place called Pie Carumba. Which is literally a shop, or a restaurant, that serves pie and mash.
Okay.
They have over 21 different varieties of pie, 4 varieties of mash, or 3 varieties of mash, and a couple of styles of gravy.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was probably the best pie I've had in bloody years. Because it wasn't just like one of these ones you get in the little tin you get in the oven. This was a big, chunky, bastard of a pie that was so stuffed to the gills. It was amazing the lid actually fit on. And, oh, so good and so tasty. But it's a very decorated place, shall we say, because it is walls entirely covered in like comic book move like Marvel, DC posters, artwork, characters and things. Our table, you know the big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action poster where it had the four of them kind of picking up from the manhole? Well,
yes.
that entire poster was blown up massively and was on the wall next to us.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was quite cool. So I'd taken a photo at one point and I had Donatello peeking over the table looking at our pie going, hello. It's like, no, not for you. But that wasn't the best bit. The decor, lovely as it is, all very kind of comic booking themey and everything and quite cool. At most of the tables, on the wall was a screen.
Okay.
And attached to that screen was either a SNES Mini or a PlayStation Mini. And you could play video games while you waited for your food.
Oh.
So at one table, there was quite an epic Mario Kart party going on. And another table, there was Super Mario World. And we ended up with a PlayStation Mini, so myself and Shades did battle at Tekken 2. Tekken 3. Southpaw says
weird.
Southpaw says, sounds a bit like the old sausage and mash cafes, just with pies instead of sausages.
Seems like it. I mean, it's niche enough that it might survive for a while, certainly.
Well, it's been going since 2017.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that surprised me. I'd never heard of it before. And the jury's telling me off for not sharing with Donatello. I would have shared with Donatello if he wasn't just a poster on the wall. I don't think the owners would have appreciated it too much me shoving pie all over their wall, because then they'd have to clean it and probably ruin the poster. Or whatever. So, no, Donnie is best turtle, so Donnie would definitely have got some pie. But what? Don't look at me like that. But apparently, there's one in Southampton as well.
Is there?
Yeah, which I had no idea about. It's like, how have you not been made aware to me before? There's a little niche. Okay, there's only one table that's got a mini console, and it's only mini SNES. But
Pie
carumba.
What was it? Pie carumba.
You know, like Bart Simpson saying, "Ay carumba." Well, just that, but with pie instead of I. And there's one in Winchester and one in Southampton. So might have to go check out the Southampton one to see if that's any good, because the Winchester one was bloody tasty.
Oh wow, yeah, that's niche as fuck. So it's well out of the way. So
if it's just off Bedford Place, it's not that out of the way.
Yeah, it's off Bedford Place, then off a road, Colton Place, off Bedford Place, next to the Southampton Arts Academy. So it's where you go where you feel underdressed because everyone else is posh and rich. Seriously, that section is very.
It's right near all the nightclubs.
Yeah, there is a lot of nightclubs up there.
Because that is where a load of the after work parties end up happening.
Yeah, it's like in the triangle between Bedford Place and London Road. It's very.
Yes,
niche.
For all the one person who's listening who'll know where that is. But there we go.
Yeah.
But
you could look it up.
Yeah, it was a very nice meal though, and and it wasn't too expensive either. So yeah, definitely would go again. And they had Doom Bar, which was good. And it's like
nice.
So able to have a pint and Tekken and pie and mash. It's like, well, this is the evening, and if it this is just a perfect evening. Lovely boyfriend, lovely company, lovely food, Tekken, beer.
Oh god,
what do I need?
They do a pie scraper challenge.
Yes, they do.
Oh, that looks revolting. So a bit of mash with a pie, and mushy peas.
Yep.
And a pie.
Yep.
And then some mash on the top.
And this is stacked.
Oh no, there's also another pie, and then some mash. Yeah, pie, mushy peas, mash pie, mushy peas, pie, mash pie, cheese, shallots, gravy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful looking.
Yeah, because one pie is quite filling, so multiple pies.
3 minutes 46 is the Southampton record.
Yep. Somebody obviously was hungry.
Yeah, there's only two of them, Southampton and Winchester.
Yeah, just the two.
Eek.
And I thought, oh, very nice. So, yeah, wouldn't mind going back there. That was actually very tasty food. And then, yeah, for the rest of the week was just the week. It happens, work happens and stuff. Oh, Biohazard says, yep, I know the area. We'll definitely have to try that. Yeah, I think we should. And, yeah, and then Biohazard came over on Saturday to drop off a new computer, which is now over there, still yet to be installed, which is, well, I would say going to replace the laptop for the mainstream, but at the moment, I've got everything running off the laptop, and I'm literally running the entire show from the laptop this time.
Nice.
And I'm bouncing between 50 to 70%.
Ooh.
I don't know what's happened, but something's obviously optimized behind the scenes somewhere.
Yes,
and things are a lot happier. And I don't know if this is just a one-off or if this is something I'm going to be able to continue doing in the future. But
TK is hopeful.
I'm very hopeful.
Is very hopeful.
I'm very hopeful. But whatever it is that upset it earlier, I might, fingers crossed, not going to say definitely, but might have it sorted now.
We'll see. Things can always change. It's how it happens.
Things can/will always change. So yeah. But yeah, so fingers crossed. But yeah, this nice big this nice big PC will certainly help because I can definitely offload some duties to it. So I just need to rewire some things because at the moment everything is very wired up for just laptop. And I'm going. I don't want to have to do that anymore. I don't want to have to rewire anything anymore. So yeah, that will happen. I might procrastinate on that for a little while, but it will happen. It will get wired in.
You've got the rest of your flat to sort out first, so once that's done, then you can think of.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be my excuse. Thank you for providing that.
Yes.
So, but yes, on the thought, because Sunday was a bit of a lazy day because it rained all day, like a miserable bastard that it is. So I updated websites instead. Not the TigerTails Radio website. That is on the to-do list, but busy. And then I did some shopping because Argos had bookcases in stock at last. So I was like, oh, mine could purchase. And there they are. They have arrived. So we have the delights of now getting rid of 6 boxes into 2 bookcases. Actually, no, 8 boxes. 8 boxes in 2 bookcases. Although
the games, basically, the games.
In all fairness, one of those boxes was this. Because it just had some of the knickknacks. And one of the other boxes wasn't that much. It was bigger, but not too much bigger. So
yeah,
yes.
You've definitely still got space, maybe, for stuff there.
There is a bit of space left because in the bottom shelf down there, I've got the PSP games at the back, and then at the front I've got PS5, PS4, and the big box PS5 and PS4. On the middle shelf at the front we have Dreamcast. At the back we have Master System and more Dreamcast. On the top shelf we have Atari 2600 at the back, and
nice.
Mega Drive and Mega CD at the front. Bottom shelf over that one is entirely PS3 games. Next show up is Saturn, and then PS3 Overspill. And then the next shelf up is just PS1 games.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought I had more PS1 games than that, but I don't know if I do. I'm sure
I think a lot of your stuff is on RAM. And on the mini PS1.
Not sure. But yeah.
I think it is, because you normally boot that up.
Not the mini, not normally, because I've hacked the life out of that, but I don't normally record from it. Because when I was doing the Kingsley's Adventure review, I recorded it all from the mini PS1, and it recorded everything incredibly dark.
Yeah, I don't get what the cabling was for that, which is very weird. But then, to be fair, a lot of the original PlayStation stuff is... Getting stuff off of the original stuff is interesting.
Well, what was more fun is that the PlayStation Mini obviously can save games.
Yes.
It emulates a memory card.
Yes.
I was able, with the power of USB, to extract those saves. Because obviously, when running a hacked BIOS, it obviously saves to a USB stick. So I was able to take that USB stick and plug it into the computer and take the save files off. But of course, they're in a proprietary format. So I was able to use some good old hacking tools that people have developed for modifying PlayStation stuff to take these files, manipulate them into the physical raw data, dump those raw data files onto a USB stick, import that on a PS2, copy from the memory stick to a PS1 memory card inside the PS2, and bada bing, they worked on the PS1. So
Yeah.
I was a very happy bunny. I had a lot of save files that I was then able to use to pop back in and re-record some footage that I needed. So some of it I could get away with the original kind of dark footage, bit of artificial lighting, but yeah, some of it I had to re-record. And I was able to use the PlayStation Mini saves on an actual PS1 via quite a few steps in order to get that work, and I was happy. And Biohazard says, TK's vinyl records are impressive. Yes, because I've got lots of video gaming ones. We listened to some Sonic Mania soundtrack while he was here. Because I've got the record player, it's just here, which you probably can't hear.
Well, I know you've got the record player out. So.
Yes, the record player is out and playing vinyls more frequently than I care to admit. But it's pleasant, I like. But that has been my week, yeah, because then Monday was, assembly. And, just not really wanting to do much else, really. I've got lots of knickknacks on the top, though. You can't really see them because it's so far away, but on the PlayStation 2 shelf is now 2 Wipeout figurines, and then my collection of Amiibos. I've ended up with 2 Sonics somehow, and then I've got Bowser, Fox McCloud, and Mega Man, plus the Foxy Funko Pop thing that you bought me for Christmas one year. And then I've got the Glass Tiger on the other one, and then the stuff I had in the lounge at our place, when I've put that on that shelf. So all the ceramic tigers and things, and the foresty friends and all that job, they're all now on that shelf.
There's a lot of unpacking and shit that's gone on. So.
Oh yes.
But we've waffled. We have waffled.
Successfully waffled. I think we have.
It's top of the hour.
It is just about the top of the hour, so I think it is time not to play jingle yet. Because, helps if I use the correct controller, doesn't it, boys and girls? Because I need to do a thing. Because otherwise we won't get things. Oh, hello. I'll have to do the thing, thank you. Oh, no, back. There we go. Cool. Right, now it's time to do the thing. So, let's have a jingle. He says.
You're listening to TigerTails Radio, giving Cards Against Humanity a run for its money. It's time for Quiplash.
Yes, Quiplash time, boys and girls, and ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. So, do I even need to get ready to say room code? I'm going to do it anyway, just for the benefit of those who are listening and not watching.
Enter the room code KIIQ.
That's KIIQ. Or Killer Instinct is quick. Because you can't spell crappy with a Q, sadly.
Put in this room code to play. KIIQ.
What I've seen of people playing Killer Instinct, they really enjoy it.
Oh yeah, the first 2.
No, the most recent one.
Oh, the one exclusive on Xbox. The one that gives you a character and then makes you buy all the others.
Shocking, a beat-em-up game where it forces you to buy all the other characters. Like, it's not like I've heard that in, every other game.
Yeah, but at least you normally get more than one free, you know. It's like buy the game. You get a collection of characters. And then all the others come along as DLC. Where this is, yeah, the game's free. But if you actually want to use anybody, pay us money. Right. You can tell there's no Charleston today. Charleston is in Manchester, I believe. So does anybody want to fill the final hole? Hedgie's redecorating, so he probably won't be joining us either.
Yep.
We'll give people a moment just to see if there's a... Because some people like to fill a hole. Some people like to let other people fill holes.
I think it might just be a case of, people not being there. Because it's a bank holiday, but we'll give people a chance.
Yeah, I'm always up for that, allowing people a quick moment. I've been keeping half an eye on all the messengers to see if anybody's going to be going, "Hey, wait! I want to play! Wait!" As invariably happens just after I've hit the button.
Yeah, that works.
Nope. I think I have given people long enough. We are now 2 minutes past the top of the hour. Everyone knows quickly the Jackbox starts around about 9ish. Which means somebody will be facing off against Schmitty in the final round. Start the game. We are off.
Well, hello. You've stumbled upon Quiplash 3, Appointment with Absurdity. I'm your host, Schmitty, and this is just a temp gig until I realize I was happy here all along. Didn't make it in the game and want to be heard? Put in that room code and vote in the audience. Round 1. I'm going to flash 2 prompts on your device.
Try and get this.
Type something ingenious that will stand up against another player's response. Then everyone will vote for their fave, and one of you will get an ego boost. You'll rake in the points based on the percentage of people who dig your response. Got it? Great.
Xavier is doing technical things with his microphone.
The poll was coming out of the bottom.
Oh.
The questions. I don't think I'm going to get much, but I've at least put a couple of questions in. We'll see how good this goes. There's a lot of silence at the moment, DK.
Yeah,
Are you still thinking?
I am.
Are you causing issues?
Maybe. I've got 30 seconds. Well, just under now, but.
Time's running out.
Okay, I'm in.
Don't let me down.
Not happy with that second answer, but sod it, it'll do.
First,
Generally,
but not
I've been feeling
necessarily
this.
best,
Right.
is what unicorn meat tastes like.
So, what does unicorn meat taste like? Does it taste like sherbet?
Okay,
Or does it
pick
taste
one.
like sugar and rainbows?
Diabetes, apparently. It tastes like diabetes.
Apparently it tastes like sugar and rainbow. Well done, Xavier.
Moving right along. Family secret, Grandma keeps her cash in blank.
Well, your turn.
Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Grandma keeps her cash in. The Christmas fruit cake or her walker? Wondering if one of those was a safety quip.
Nope, but the Christmas fruitcake wins it.
Yeah.
Her cash is going to be very alcoholic.
Let's see the next one.
Much
In
like
a pinch,
Grandma.
this
Haha.
can serve as a life raft.
So, in a pinch, this can serve as a life raft. A bunch of trained rats
Time
swimming
to
in
pick the one
formation,
you like best.
or an inflatable tiger.
One of those things will keep you afloat.
And the other one can be used in a pinch as a life raft. An inflatable tiger wins it. With a quiplash.
Oh, okay.
I like my rats.
Without further ado, the best name for a rideshare company to stand out from competitors. Here's the fun part.
Okay,
Pick
the
your
best name for a
favorite quip.
rideshare company to stand out from competitors: Clown Cars Unlimited or Silent Ride. Not sure how that will break down.
That was a pair of safety quips. And Clown Cons Unlimited wins it.
Next up, the worst restaurant, Blank Hut.
So, the worst restaurant is COVID Hut or Sewer
Okay,
Hut.
choose your favorite.
Which would you prefer to go into?
And here we have the best way to dress up a pair of cargo shorts.
Right. The best way to dress up a pair of cargo
Choose your
shorts.
favorite.
Add a pup show tail, or with glitter, spangles, and some distress. It's mostly the person wearing it, I'm fairly sure.
And next, if she were alive today, Marie Antoinette would probably say, let them eat blank.
Okay, Xavier,
All
I've
right,
made a thing
people,
for you.
it's voting time.
Okay. I'm going to assume then you're not going to do this one either. So, if she were alive today, Marie Antoinette would probably say, let them eat pies, or let them eat... What's a Timbits?
No idea.
Okay.
I'll do the next one, don't worry. And Pies wins it. With a Quiplash. Pie has its second Quiplash.
Ooh. We are not winning
Round
this
one
one.
is done,
No, we're
but
not.
not forgotten. Let's check the scoreboard.
Oof.
I'm last. I'm so last.
I hope you shook off the nerves because it gets real in round two. The prompts are more demanding, so I've doubled the points.
Round two, we got a chance. We got a chance. Oh, spelling. Hmm.
Wow, I'm one of the first in. All fair. All fair, everybody.
Yeah. I don't know about this last one. Well, I'm not winning, so... There we go.
You're not winning.
I am not winning.
Points are doubled, though. So as long as I can get 2 Quiplashes over Biohazard, then we're fine. Not going to happen, is it?
Well, there's always an opportunity somewhere.
Everyone's in.
It's go time.
Before the warning of a counting down.
Let us set sail with... Sorry guys, I accidentally spilled blank all over my keyboard.
So, sorry guys, I accidentally spilled lube all over my keyboard.
It's choosing time.
Or, sorry guys, I accidentally spilled honey all over my keyboard.
One of those is actually going to cause the keys to stick, so yeah.
The other one is going to cause the keys to not stick at all.
My keystrokes time is
All right, check
increased
this out.
remarkably.
It would be devastating to have a caricature
turn.
artist draw you blank.
Right, it would be devastating to have a caricature
And
artist
now,
draw
pick your
you
favorite.
standing on my hands, or like how I usually look.
Southpaw says that he forgot Tim Hortons hadn't made it to Hampshire yet. Nope. Those are the Timbits. Nope, never heard of them. Who hasn't voted? There we go. And like how I usually look, wins it very nearly a Quiplash.
Next we have a character that would really spice up the Bible.
Your turn.
Again, okay.
Now
A
it
character
gets
that would
real.
really
Pick your
spice up the
favorite.
Bible. Robocop or Dr. Frankenfurter? Both, really. Yeah, the implications.
I think Robocop would definitely spice up the Bible. But that's because it was mine. And it won! And that's why I made you read it. Because it was one of mine. I didn't want to sway people.
And next is the one question science may never answer.
So, the one question science may never answer is, why do we even
All right,
have that
vote
lever?
for the one you like best.
Or, why is Naked Hedgesaurus? Wrong lever! Why do we even have that lever? And that one wins it.
Next, Let's be honest, it would be hard not to get into a van with blank
Okay,
on
so
it.
let's be honest. It would be hard not to get into a van with blank on it.
And now it's time to vote
Free
for your
tuition
favorite.
sign or free pizza.
An easy answer for me. And free pizza wins it. Save your safety equipping.
And now,
Mine blank.
warning. Fairy dust may contain blank.
So warning,
Someone's gonna
fairy
say
dust may contain tree pollen or alcohol.
All right, choose your favorite.
Kind of freeze-dried
Shockingly-
alcohol. That was a really quick voting round. Everyone went
shock-
for Biohazard again.
Shocking, not cocaine.
Another Quiplash.
Eesh.
Yeah, he's won.
Okay, what's next? The most intriguing phrase to find in a dating profile.
So, the most intriguing phrase to find in a dating profile is,
Now it gets real.
I am a furry,
Pick your favorite.
or do you like to party down?
I feel one is going to be likely, and the other I feel is going to be like someone who hasn't deleted their thing from the 80s.
Out to vote 80s. And 80s wins it. Do you like to party down?
Round 2 is no more, but how did you score? I'm sorry, that was not intentional.
Oh, well, I've got some points in this round at least. Oh, it's not to get to second. Jeez.
Second, yes.
From last,
Get ready for
with no Quiplashes.
Quiplash, where points flow like honey. Each of you will be sent a prompt that requires 3 separate responses. You got this. And seeing how we have an odd number game, you get the honor of competing against me.
Xavier, you're against Schmitty.
Yay!
Just what you always wanted.
Alright. No quip, no safety quip this time. Fuck.
I'm in. Scarily, I'm the first in. What's going on? Why am I the first in? This doesn't normally happen, kids. Biohazard's in.
I'll check. Oh god, timer.
Less than 30 seconds.
No, that's fine.
Xavier's in.
It's a really annoying question. they
Southpaw's
gave
in.
me.
15 seconds. So
Time's
Destiny's in.
running out.
The Jerry and Corn Husky is in. Just the Jerry to go. And
Let's get
the Jerry's
flippin'.
in.
3 things you'd change about Superman to make him more relatable.
So 3 things you'd change about Superman to make him more relatable is be in debt, have back pain and addiction to coffee,
All right,
or
people,
has
it's
student
voting
loans, has a
time.
dead-end job, and loves hard seltzers.
I feel like those answers are very much the same.
Yeah, in all fairness, all 6.
The worst thing about this Superman question, the worst thing about this Superman question, it's already been done to death.
Oh, but Xavier beat Schmitty. It was a close one fight, though.
Okay, well, I guess I'll stick to hosting. The 3 lessons we learned today.
So Xavier, what did we learn today?
I can beat Schmitty. Right,
Okay,
3
choose
lessons
your
we've
favorite.
learned today. Ignore idiots, tut at people, never listen. Lube doesn't stick to keyboards. True. Pizza and vans don't go together. And I'm not getting a... Someone is trying too hard.
Someone is salty. And it's Salt Jerry who wins it.
Don't encourage our
3
viewers
signs
to constantly
you're
give
becoming
themselves
boring.
insult names.
3 signs you're becoming boring. You get socks as presents. Pens are great, aren't they? paint is a thing.
All right, vote for the one you like
Hey, yes,
best.
pens are great. Up yours. Or droning, looking away from the subject. I say, such and such. I have a good collection of fountain pens. Up yours, player one. And droning, looking away from subjects, and I say, such and such. Wins it. Only just.
The 3 rudest things to microwave at work.
Agree. 3 rudest things to microwave at work. Fish,
Time to
a
pick
hamster,
the one you
great
like
Uncle
best.
Jack, leftover coffee from yesterday, oh Christ, your sandwich, smelly fish. Everyone seems to have a thing against fish, but then
Yeah.
granted, microwave fish is, yeah.
And Biohazard wins it. Denied a quiplash. But guaranteed a victory.
You did it. Now let's see those final scores.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh, no, back to last. Biohazard wins. Save your second.
God knows how.
You beat Schmitty. Top answer of the
Yeah,
game
there is that, yes.
was Inflatable Tiger, Pies,
I...
and Alcohol.
Well,
That's a good night in, really, isn't it?
I fear that may be saying something about us. Pie and alcohol.
Pies, Alcohols, and Inflatable Tiger. That is your story of the game.
Are you typically English? I can't deny it at this point, based on what was said.
Right, which does bring us quite nicely into... What the hell did Charleston put into here to create this?
Yeah.
So, on your screen, you should now be seeing a prompt which has been created by Dali. Charleston was the person to create this. Charleston is not here. I know what the result is. So, that is all good. So, the jury says depressed Dumbledore. Wrong on both counts.
It's Gandalf.
It is Gandalf, yes. So, we're halfway there. So, what's Gandalf doing?
Getting pissed.
Gandalf is getting pissed. No. Well, that may be the case. That's not the answer we're looking for. So,
Boo.
Southwell says Gandalf at the pub. Surprisingly close, but what's he doing at the pub? The jury says Gandalf buying 1 alcohol, please. Nope. Drunk Gandalf, says Biohazard.
Drunk Gandalf.
Corn Husky says Gandalf showing the signs of getting boring. The jury think like your answer, buying of 1 alcohol, please, but the other way around.
Buying of 1 alcohol. I would like to buy 1 alcohol, please.
Gandalf getting around into Southpaw. Close, but again, you're thinking from the wrong side.
I think you said too much there.
Maybe. But that's mostly because I've very nearly got the next game ready.
I like that. I very nearly am ready.
Yeah. She says I was quoting BoJack Horseman with 1 alcohol, please. Oh, I love BoJack Horseman. Gandalf waiting for the alcohol to take effect while balancing a pencil. That is
Yes?
true. That is definitely looking like what's happening. Gandalf lighting a candle. No.
I've just figured out what the twig is supposed to be that he's holding, and I can't believe that the Dali drew that for
Okay.
what it is.
Sounds like Xavier thinks he might have got it then.
I got it from the initial picture, but I thought that was like a wine glass stem. And I looked at it.
Right.
I mean, could it be a lever of some sort?
Southpaw says Gandalf, pulling a pint. And Drew says Gandalf returning a defective wand. I think Southpaw might actually be the close. I think I might give it to Southpaw.
Yeah,
Gandalf
Gandalf
pulling
as
a
a
pint.
barman pulling a pint.
Yep,
Yeah,
Gandalf as a barman was what the prompt was. And so yeah, that is the ale pump pipe, I suppose. Or L pipe pump thing, whatever. But yes, that is what that is supposed to be. That is Gandalf pulling points because he is the barman. Well done, Southpaw. You win bragging rights. Because this is all this game is worth. Because it's mostly a time filler, so I can split the room.
Yeah. Let me go back to the thing so I can see the thing and do the thing.
Yep, with the room code of QTRZ. That's Quebec Tango Romeo Zulu.
Join us.
R.
Or quick.
Z. There we go.
Quick, try rendering Zeus. Right.
Try rendering Zeus.
Oh, you think it's something else, but QTRZ.
Yeah, true.
So again, we'll give all 7 of us a here. I'm tempted to say that will be all. I think no one else is going to be joining us. It's only 20 past. We've rattled through
Join
that.
the party.
Unless you've got something for done and dusted, we wind up 3 games. Let's start the show. Don't forget, this is much like Quiplash, but you're looking to get only half the people agreeing with you.
Meow. Do not be startled. I am here to guide you as we explore the deepest recesses of your mind. You will build strange and complex worlds using only your imagination and your thumbs. A hypothetical situation missing one key part will be transmitted to your device, like this one. Ads before online videos have been banished. In their place are 15-second videos of this. They are not skippable. Is life better? There are infinite possibilities you could write in to complete this scenario. Choose wisely, though, because everybody else will then answer yes or no. And you will earn more points if you split the room. Fitting name, huh? For those of you in the audience, you'll be competing as one player. Your answers will be determined by a majority vote. Yes, even in a nebulous void, democracy is important. At the end of the game, the person who creates the most divisive dimensions will win. Got it? Good. Now let's begin.
Thinking time.
You're sinking
trying
into
to think
insanity.
time.
You reach for a life
See how we
preserver,
go.
but it's turned into a pony, and your arms are now something else. Look, you get the point. Let's split the room. Okay, it's time to build some strange worlds.
So, ooh,
I'm not winning. I realised something whilst he was going through the waffle with that.
what's that?
My desk was actually set at a higher setting than I'd realised for the past week.
Oh yeah.
And I've been wondering why the Sam Hell I've been having slight issues with my desk, and I hadn't realised I'd raised it during one of the shows
And not put it back down again.
and not put it back down, so all of my settings were slightly off for work.
Dole.
Which you don't think is an issue until you do it for an entire week.
This is why I have a completely separate desk with completely separate screens and keyboard and mouse and everything. Oh, everyone's in.
And now, Binge Pipe presents Cold Hard Sash. You've entered a beauty pageant. This is going to go well. The grand prize is $25,000. One judge has made it very clear they're willing to be bribed. Instead of a swimsuit competition, the final challenge is this. Do you offer the bribe?
So you've entered a beauty pageant. Grand prize is 25 grand. One judge has made it very clear they're willing to be bribed. Instead of a swimsuit competition, the final challenge is a planking on a 7th story balcony railing.
No,
Do you offer the bribe?
no, don't like that. No, don't like that.
Xavier is not willing to take the bribe.
No,
What
I
about the
will
rest of you?
lose. Oh,
That is a split.
all of you people who like heights.
The longer it takes the room to answer, the more
Sick and
bonus
disgusting
points
people.
you get. Up next is So Thoughtful.
Your chapter.
A small tech firm approaches you. They want to put a chip in your head that records your thoughts from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every weekday for a year. In return, they will give you this. They are not disclosing why they want this info. Do you do it?
Bit sus.
Yeah, but it's basically during your normal working week.
This company wants to spy on all your customer data. Do you do it?
I mean, it's not like it's written down anywhere.
But they will give you fresh groceries.
Yeah. Fairly sure that that's not counted as a bribe.
Only Xavier would do it. All the rest of us value working too much. So.
Brace yourself for Tag, you're the one who's it. You and this person are a professional wrestling tag team. They are currently in the ring fighting a wrestler named this. Do you tag in?
So, you and Cornhusky are a professional wrestling tag team. They are currently in the ring fighting a wrestler named Mad Dog Tajiri. Do you tag in?
I see no reason not to. I mean, it's Stone Cold Stunner from the top rope for the win.
Everybody tags in. Nobody, no split.
I feel that would be a slight bit of biasness. Everyone's tagged
This
in. The
scenario
guy's
is
got
called
4-on-1.
Every view
That's a
has
quiplash
its
there.
price.
In the wrong game.
You work in a small, dim cubicle. One day, you get offered a big corner office with a window. Unfortunately, the view is of this. You cannot hang curtains.
I feel you
take
may
the
have not
office?
have misjudged people who've worked in offices, whoever this is.
Right, your question.
So you work in a small dim cubicle. One day you get offered a big corner office with a window. Unfortunately, the view is of a dungeon. You cannot hang curtains. Do you take the office? Yes, because it's a big corner office. Doesn't matter if it's a view into the dungeon. It's a big corner office.
Well, the jury and Cornhusky would not take it.
Also, the dungeon is the rest of the office.
Also, define dungeon. Because there are plenty of dungeons that I wouldn't
It's
mind
time
watching in on.
for Keep it brief.
Most workplaces, really, to be
Your
fair.
doctor warns you against wearing your normal underpants. Don't they always? Instead, you have to wear this. Or nothing at all. Do you just go commando?
So your doctor warns you against wearing your normal underpants. Instead, you have to wear frilly knickers or nothing at all. Do you just go commando?
Now, are we saying frilly lace, or are we saying frilly a fabric that breathes? I
Yeah,
feel
'cause-
the inclination is frilly lace.
Yeah. And I don't see how that would help. If you can't wear underpants, then why would you be able to... Oh, that is a super split.
Super split.
So we
Well
got
done,
one.
Southport.
It is really hard to get super splits.
Feast
Splits
your
in
eyes
general,
on
to be fair.
the upper hand. The night before your salary negotiation, you stumble upon your boss's secret Instagram account. It's filled with photos of them doing this activity. Do you bring it up in your meeting?
I've lost track of his question. It says... So, the night before your salary negotiation, you stumble upon your boss's secret Instagram account. It's filled with photos of him looking like a tiger. Do you bring it up in your meeting?
TK, I didn't know you had employees.
I always said I need staff. Only one person wouldn't bring it up. Well done, Stone's Destiny.
Can we blackmail this person?
I think everyone will go, oh my god, I saw your Instagram account, that's
This
awesome!
one is called You Didn't See This Coming. You're suffering from a serious case of deja vu. Every single day you experience intense periods of this phenomenon. The only way to stop it is by doing this. Is it worth it?
I think I found Biohazard's question. Go on, Xavier.
You're suffering from a serious case of deja vu. Every single day you experience intense periods of this phenomenon. The only way to stop it is by plating initial D. I'm assuming it means to be playing.
Yes.
But
But the question is, arcade version, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable, which version?
Yes.
They all play differently.
Yes, I know. But still, the answer is yes.
Just worth it for a good excuse to play Initial D. Just waiting for the jury, who's wondering what Initial D is. It's a racing game. Based on an anime.
One that needs a do, but it's not going to get a do.
It's a Super Split.
Hey!
Super Split.
There were some people who said no.
Hold on, Xavier.
It's not going to help me, but yeah.
Deja vu.
Here's where everybody stacks up at the moment.
See, everyone remember where you are, because this is really quick.
Southington's in the lead. And also someone else.
Myself at the end.
We've reached the decisive dimension. Everybody will be presented with a new type of scenario. There will be two options to choose from. Door number 1 is already provided. You will decide what's behind door number 2. Remember, you want to make it as hard of a choice as possible. Oh, and if you correctly predict a certain player's decision, you'll earn some bonus points. Let's begin. Write an option that you think only some people would choose.
Kitty.
There. I think I'm gonna be squeaking by with bonus points, maybe.
Your face in an accident. The plastic surgeon can either give you a face that looks exactly like your father, or this person. Which new face do you get?
So, which new face do you get? Your dad's or your mother's?
There's gonna be some dodgy splits.
Nice.
Hey. I got some actual points at last. So, which new face do you get? Your dad's or Jude Law?
There's gonna be some people who don't know who Jude Law is, isn't there?
Or some people who just don't like Jude Law and would rather prefer their father's face.
You get some bonus points.
Or Chris Pratt. Probably the easiest one I've had to answer yet.
Great prediction. You just earned some bonus points.
Everyone's been going good with the prediction so far. Chris Pratt wins that one.
Moving on. A military experiment will give you superpowers, but there's a cost. As they adjust your biology, they have to give you one weakness. You'll either be unaffected by caffeine or will have this happen. Which weakness do you choose?
So, your chosen weakness is either unaffected by caffeine or chocolate.
What? So,
Or does chocolate make you weak, or do you just have to
Yeah.
eat it, or...
my weakness unaffected by I'm. How is that a weakness? You can't get a coffee buzz?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was confused with that one.
No dice.
This one's...
So, addicted to noodles or unaffected by caffeine?
Neither of those are weaknesses.
Well, it could be inappropriately timed addiction to noodles.
How do you...
Oh, that was a super
define
split,
an
though.
What? How do you
Let's switch
define an
things up.
inappropriately timed
You
addiction?
are a lonely person living in the middle of the woods. Lucky. But a fairy can bring one of your inanimate objects to life. She can either breathe life into your mattress
No.
or this. Which object do you want to become sentient?
Literally anything that isn't my mattress.
Oh, God.
So we've got mattress or dragon plush. Which one is going to become sentient?
Which one is going to get boned?
At least the plush will be able to ask for consent. Yeah, no split.
Well played.
Which I don't really think is fair in this one, because literally anything other than the thing I sleep on. Yeah, a plushie. We're just being less specific now. Again, it's another no split. What a shock. This is not a fair question at all.
It all comes down to this.
Under the scores.
Oh, I think Xavier might have won this. Yep, Xavier, you get the kitty licks.
Barely.
The winner is you. I got the most likes. Yay! I got a moral victory. Oh, Xavier, you also got the least likes, or the most dislikes. So you are the loser. You are the winner and the loser. Simultaneously, all in one. And Hadji says Timbits are amazing. Had them in Canada when I went there.
Canadian.
Right, Mr. Xavier, do you have anything for Done and Dusted?
I can rant about a thing.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I kind of got talked into watching this, and yeah.
Very well.
Oh boy.
In that case, I shall bring back the... And kill the sound. There we go. So we are back. Wunderbar.
Dear me.
But that was Split the Room.
Yes.
Let me just kill that off. There we go. Right, which takes us into Jingle Time.
It's that time where the cast of TigerTails Radio review stuff badly. This is Done and Dusted.
And there we go. It's now time to talk about all the things that we've seen, done, eaten, tasted, seen, whatever, done. Stuff repeated many times. Did I mention done? Xavier, what do you want to rant about?
Oh God, do I want to rant about this? So, this is Married at First Sight Australia.
What is that?
So, this is a reality TV show.
And you've lost me.
That has been syndicated, and this is the Australian version. The premise is this. A bunch of experts interview like 1,000+ people who are single and have difficulty getting dates and finding relationships. They then narrow that down to like a bunch of people who then have a wedding at the start of this series and live as a married couple for like 20 episodes, quite a few weeks depending on the season. And at the end of it, they may decide to continue and actually be married as a couple after the show. So it has the potential to be twee, romantic, blah blah blah.
So it's like a
apparently
really, really long blind date.
kind of, and apparently this is off a Danish series. So we blame the Danes. So this is the Australian version, and it's quite. This was brought to the attention of my wife because everyone at her work was talking about it, and they said, "Oh yeah, you've got to watch it. You've got to watch it." So she started binge watching it whilst I was around. So I was binge watching it with her. And you see all the bits and things.
It's like secondhand smoke.
Edited. Yeah, kind of. It is edited, and there are questions about how badly this is edited to do the TV thing.
Pushing the TV narrative.
Yeah, kind of. It does feel like it a little bit when you see stuff. But the scary thing is when you see these people, because oh my fucking god. So it's like half a dozen Australian couples from varying backgrounds. We had an honest to goodness sheep man who was looking for love. We had like the power couple, literally the power couple set up. You had the youngest couple there who were the twee young couple doing the silliest things, like, okay, let's have a date night and we'll bring the Tahiti beach into the living room. So the guy like set up the beach towels and had the inflatable flamingo, and twee as fuck. And it was like the pair of them are so fucking lovey-dovey, it makes you sick. They're the ones I could bear. But the premise is that you go through these stages, you get married, and then you like have challenges. I say challenges; they're like little things to do to try and to like do a massive speed test of a relationship. So it's like look at someone else's phone. You know, it's like, do you unlock and see everyone else's comments in their phone after the wedding? And further silly things like intimate night, or have to plan an intimate date. What was it? Staying over someone else's house as a married couple is weird and wonderful things. I question the value of these experts, however, because this series, the people made me angry, but they managed to get people who were dating up until the series started in. You know, this is a bunch of people who had difficulty getting relationships. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's at least 3 or 4 who were dating up until the fucking start of recording.
Okay.
Sorry, what? A literal, not present, fucking, my god, narcissist who, if anyone who watched this was there, would have decked by now, because Jesus Christ, this guy is rage bait infuriating. And the best bit is he was like going to the newspapers going, no, it's a narrative, I'm not evil. And I'm watching this going, I'm fairly sure the editor was having a really hard time trying to not make you evil. It's like, we're going to confront you with a thing that can very easily be talked about. And what you're going to do is shut down entirely and literally have a vein throbbing in your head whilst everyone's waiting for you to answer. It's like, you're not normal. You're not.
It's because someone's not normal doesn't mean they're evil.
No, but he was kind of gaslighting his wife. He was kind of throwing friends under the bus. Whenever anyone pointed out that he was terrible and making his relationship terrible, he immediately went, you know what, I'm going to fuck up your relationship, because that's what friends do. So
that's what friends are for.
I find it very difficult to be thinking you're a nice guy when it's like, I'm in a bad mood, so I'm going to ruin your relationship. I'm going to punch you. Like, if this was the English one, it would be like, yeah, I'm just going to deck you, mate. It's like, Jesus.
Get a pint of Stella in and then go on the rampage.
Pretty much. I mean, I'm amazed at the tolerance of some of the guys, because although that said, I'm also amazed at the idiocy of some of the guys, because there was literally episodes where some of the wives walked off crying, and all of the guys were like, I don't know what to do. What do you know? I don't know what to do. It's like, for fuck's sake, go after her. Get up off your ass, go after her, have a fucking conversation. Oh. And they have weekly check-ins with the experts on a couch to see whether or not they want to stay. and they're like supposedly there to give advice. I feel I could get better advice off of those aunt columns that we used to have. Oh God! I mean, aside from pointing out, yeah, you're an ass. They really weren't giving advice. It was like, maybe you should work on communicating. It's like, no shit. How about being there and helping the working on communicating? Oh, stuff does happen, but it's not aired, especially on the UK version. Yeah, it certainly felt like there was things going on that maybe added context in this show, but oh Jesus! I mean, I have never watched anything real life this rage baiting.
Oh really?
And that's since I stopped watching Big Brother. I can't remember which season it was, but my God, this was rage baiting entirely. It's still going. This is season 10 that's still going.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it is still going, or at least still going over here.
I must admit, not having live TV anymore, I've really not missed reality TV at all. It's like, oh, do you want to watch Strictly? No. Do you want to watch so-and-so? No. Just give me QI and Eurovision, and that's me. So, and the New Year countdown, and then I'm sorted. Really? That'll do. Oh, and Dragon's Den. I can do with some Dragon's Den. But that's it.
A lot of the stuff I'm watching is also on like the digital on live on demand, and I've been like bimbling around those and been horribly surprised at how much stuff that I really like suddenly appears when I like go through. Okay, ITVX. It was like, when the hell did they show this live? When the hell did they show this on TV?
But as it's saying, Snow's Destiny's having a fit right now because she's a Strictly fanatic.
Strictly. Oh,
yep, that's fine. You do you. I'm not gonna yuck anyone else's yum. It's just not for me.
I want to say Britain's Got Talents on again because there was
really?
Clips
but
of
they
that
don't.
we were seeing.
None of these things have talent. The only ones that ever had talent was The Voice. And even then, all the talent seemed to disappear the moment it moved over to commercial television.
The Voice was awkward because it was like they were supposed to be people, but they weren't. They were literally acts trying to break the scene. That was the craziest thing about The Voice.
Well, some of them were. Some of them were people. Some of The Voice. Some of them are washed-up celebrities trying to get back into the scene.
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
being really embarrassed when nobody turned for them. That was hilarious. But at least everybody on The Voice could actually bloody sing. That was like a prerequisite to getting onto the show. You had to be able to sing.
Yeah, all of the auditions up until that point had already happened.
Yeah.
Whereas with Britain's Got Talent, you watch the audition. Well, no, you watch some of the auditions.
Basically, they'll have 2 rounds of auditions before anyone gets anywhere near the television. Because they want to be able to weed out A, people who can actually sing a bit, and B, people who they think they can take the piss out of. Once they've got the nice heady mix of those two together, then they'll let people near the telly.
Psycho is Simon Cowell's own network. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, that's just coining in money. Dear me. But yeah, it was interesting to start with because it was interesting to see. Oh yeah, how could experts couple up people who have relationship issues? Could you have like the building and the discussion in order to have these, proper relationships? I'm going to say maybe because they stopped recording whether or not they're still together or not after season 3 on the wiki.
Oh, really?
But yeah,
okay.
season 10. Oh God! I mean, if just stumbling across it and watching it in the background, I had to like get up and go at least a couple of times because some of these people were just so infuriatingly pissing me off, and I could relate to some of the people on the show. So when they were getting attacked by these assholes, it was like, yeah, no, this is just rage bait TV for me. It's like, no.
But that's the compelling viewing that'll keep you coming back each week.
Yeah, no, I've literally stopped watching it because all the people, aside from one couple, a couple of couples, all the people on there that I was rooting for left because of one asshole who stayed towards the end because, I don't know, famous for 5 minutes.
Do they get voted out each week or do they choose to leave of their own accord?
They choose. So the rules are both have to say split. But there was one couple where one said stay, one said split, because one side of the partnership was like, I can only express myself through intimacy. Literally that. And the other one was not, and a bit more of a childlike demeanor.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that he wasn't intimate. He just wasn't that expressive about it. And he literally said to the partner, I don't believe you cannot go a week without intimacy. and they kind of couldn't. And she somehow managed to piss him off, which is like this really timid, mild-mannered guy. And it was like, yeah, you've all got issues, but I that's why I question the experts, because it's like, how you seem to think that opposites will boost each other. That's not always the case.
Opposites attract, they say.
They can
it's
do,
basically
but
they complete and make a whole person.
Yes, but
then you get all the offcuts off the side, which make another whole person of evil.
Yeah, it's the integration of everything else. If that's not there, yeah, don't bother watching this. I mean, it was interesting to start with, but my God, it was more car crash than the later seasons of Big Brother. I mean, I enjoyed season 1 and 2, but they went downhill shockingly fast.
All I remember about Big Brother is A, John Tickle, and B, that Jack D escaped.
Jack D escaped. That was first season of Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah.
Because they did several seasons of Big Brother, and then they did a season of Celebrity. And I don't blame him for escaping, because it's like you're just sat there doing
nothing
of what being watched by thing. It was awful, but yeah, because it was like Nasty Nick, and everyone's like going, "Oh, it's a game." Yes, it's a game, and everyone's pissed off that he's manipulating everyone's vote, and it's like, oh God, oh yeah, maths. I needed to rage about it. It was interesting to start with, but once you found certain people who just pissed you off, it was like, yeah, nah.
We'll have none of that, thank you. I was going to stream some Crisis Core this week, and then I didn't. Apparently Gladiators are making a return. I heard about this many moons ago, and I've been patiently waiting for it to come back. This is the reboot of the reboot, because we had the original, and then we had the reboot back in 2006, I want to say, or something like that, where Wolf came back. It was like the only Gladiator who came back. I think maybe Lightning came back as well.
It didn't last long.
It lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Which I thought wasn't too bad. Apparently it's this year on the BBC, Gladiators is back. I don't know if we're going to get the theme tune back, because Challenge Annika came back. That was on...
That's surprising.
Yeah, the new series of Challenge Annika. They kept the original theme tune. They found all the master tapes. Because some guy had done a recreation of it on YouTube that was so damned perfect. A representative from the production company actually got in touch and was like, hey, yeah, we've had trouble finding the master tapes. If we can't find them, can we use yours? And he was like, yes. And they were like, awesome. And then a couple of months later, we found the master tapes, but thank you. And it was like, awesome. And apparently Wolf's son, Dean, is in this series.
Nice. Hopefully it'll do well. The trouble is it's got American Ninja, it's got all of these other things that it's competing against. And that's the thing. Whilst Gladiators was kind of the original, even Wipeout is probably going to do better numbers than it.
Maybe, but this is on BBC, so it stands half a chance.
Not really. It's BBC, so it's like, oh, we're going to fund
this.
I'm
saying it's not competing against things like Wipeout and stuff like that, because they're all on the same channel.
Yeah, true. Just all the other stuff like Ninja Warrior and stuff like that.
So stick it on at about 6 o'clock, then we should be good. 6 o'clock on a Saturday night, we should be good. And then you can have your crappy reality crap after it, like Dancing with the Bollocks or whatever it's called.
Dancing with the Bollocks.
I might actually watch that.
Shame Robot Wars was cancelled. Yeah, unfortunately, that was...
Live shows are still
niche.
a thing, though.
Yeah, BattleBots is still a thing, I want to say.
BattleBots is very much still a thing. Still subscribe to their YouTube channel when they're kicking out new series. I need to get back into obtaining completely legitimate review copies from the American series, because I've been missing the last couple, because somebody once put up a Reddit thread where they would cut down all the episodes to just the fights and then upload them. And that was amazing. You know, you'd see the whole thing in about 10 minutes. And it was like, This is a battle boss distilled down to the important bits. I like this, but I've not been able to find that again, sadly. It's just a crying shame because I'd quite like. I'm missing 2 seasons now, and I've seen lots of stuff go on behind the scenes. I've seen lots of drama and things, and it's like I want the context. I want to see all these fights that these things relate to. Damn it! So annoying. But yeah, Robot Wars needed to be come back. It needed to not be Dara O'Brien though. I think he was the wrong choice because Craig Charles gave it a level of seriousness that was on that. I'm taking this really seriously, but at the same time, this is entirely a lark and we're all having a bit of fun. Whereas Dara O'Brien was going, I'm going to put on my family-friendly science guy hat for this. Ho ho, look at me, I'm the comedian's funny science guy. Whereas Craig Charles was very much a, yeah, let's get drunk and have a fight! Which was much more appropriate, I think, for Robot Wars.
Dear me. It was Clarkson at one point, wasn't it?
First season, yeah, Clarkson.
Yeah.
Although he nearly did get decapitated.
Yes.
Which was...
Safety was not a thing.
Safety was a thing, just less of a thing. They didn't quite realise just what they were up against. And so, yeah, when a circular saw blade shattered and a piece just went straight next to Clarkson's head. And it's like, yeah, that would have ended Top Gear very early, wouldn't it? Another few centimetres in the wrong direction, and yeah.
Yeesh, yes.
That would have been an interesting conversation for James May and Richard Hammond. By the way, you know that third person in your trio? Yeah, about that. Took a circular saw blade to the head.
There's a sentence.
And Biohazard says, yeah, absolutely agree, Dara was a bit dull. It wasn't that he was dull. It was just he brought the wrong energy.
He didn't have the energy. Yeah, he didn't have the energy.
But he brought the wrong energy to it. He brought the kind of edutainment energy, which is just not the right energy you need for Robot Wars. Robot Wars, you need to treat it like a stupid sport. Not a sensible sport, like rowing or darts, but a stupid sport. One that totally doesn't need to exist, but we're all glad that it does. Because Jonathan Pierce brings that kind of energy, but then he's a football narrator. That's not the right word. Commentator. That's
football narrator.
Yes, he
TK, I know sports me.
I do the ball kick me. He's a sports commentator, and he commentates football. So he brings that level of hype and stupid energy that you need for Robot Wars. So it's good they got him back. And Biohazard says he misses Hypnodisc. Yeah, except Chaos 2 was better. Chaos 2. Champion.
You can argue that off channel because we are now at 10 o'clock.
I mean, how many seasons did Hypnodisc win? How many world championships did Hypnodisc win? We'll just leave that there. But yeah, it's all about Thor now anyway. Love Thor. We should go and see it live again. That was good fun. Should drag you along. Go, hey, Robot Wars, live. Do you want to come see it? We're going to go see it. Either in Portsmouth or Guildford or somewhere like that. I have to check out times and dates. But on that note, yeah, you're right. It's gone past the top of the hour. We have successfully made it to the length of another show when we haven't killed everyone. Obviously doing something wrong. We need to work harder.
Yes. But I think we need to wrap up now because it is now 10 o'clock.
And you're falling asleep.
I am flagging.
Yes, we can
I
tell.
Got work.
Yeah, I've got work as well. I'm going to start at 9:30. I've got to be up for like 8 o'clock. Not happy. No, I started at 9. I got back for 7:30. Oh, it's even worse. There. And I've had ale.
Up earlier than that, yeah.
I've had a whole pint of ale. Well, I will have by the time I take this mouthful.
But yes, we're going to wrap up there. So this has been TigerTails Radio. This has been episode 36. We will be back next week, 8:30, for more of this Fishnagger stuff. This will be the Coronation Bank holiday, so
yeah,
very weird.
We'll get to watch that over the weekend.
Yeah, depending on the busyness of this week, we may have some other stuff on TigerTails Gaming. It will be heavily dependent on my work. For me, and TK might stream other stuff if I'm not there, so we'll have to see. Fingers crossed, I'll try and do a Wednesday stream. At the least, maybe a Friday stream. We will wait and see what happens for the week.
Well, if you can't do the Friday, there's always Crisis Core.
Yes, TK is always standing by in the wings for Crisis Core, or he's going to fall asleep and not remember.
That is also a very strong possibility.
But on that note, we need a round of good nights.
So it's a good night from the Xavier.
Good night, all.
And it's a good night for myself, TK. And a good night from the absent Echo. You didn't make it off
Who's
through.
probably asleep.
Probably after. I've eaten, now I sleep. Donk.
Yes.
So, on that note, join us again next time for more fun, frolics, frivolities, and other things on TigerTails Radio. But until then, it's night-night, everybody. Night-night.